Hi there. Thank you for joining me for this week's video. I'm Beauty King Blanchard, and today I'm going to be talking about self-massage for the back and showing some techniques for that. Now, our backs are like this big surface, right? Because when we talk about our backs, we have our upper back, our middle back, our low back, and we can't really reach it very well. Even if we can reach it, reaching it often means that we're creating more stress, which we don't want to do. We want to relax it. That's the goal here. So we want to think about it a little bit differently, right? What causes back discomfort? One of the things that can really contribute is posture. At desks or driving or just being forward on a phone, we are creating this forward posture where the muscles on the front of our torso, the anterior side, get shortened and our back muscles stretch too far. They get elongated or hyperextended, right? So that is a way that we can go in to address our back muscles without actually needing to have that immediate palpation. We can also use tools. Some tools that I really like, you can get fancy ones that are made specifically for self-massage, and they're great. Also, just tennis balls are wonderful. To have 2 tennis balls or 4 or 6, right? Because you can line them up, lay on all of them, and kind of roll to create that motion. But just having 2 and putting them at spots, parallel spots on the back, can feel really great. Some things you want to think about when you're using tools like that, same things that we think about in the Massage for Everyone videos, right? You don't want to push on a bony protrusion, a place where the bone is sticking out of the body. There's a lot of attachment sites there, a lot of tendons or muscles, soft tissue attaches on those bony protrusions, so it can be really helpful to work on that area. But when we push directly on it instead of just gently kind of soothing it out, it doesn't feel good. And like always with this, I'm going to encourage you to stay in that really gentle range of comfort to just encourage relaxation. Because specificity and deeper work can be really great. And also, if you don't know the physiology or anatomy of where you are in your body, if you're not really clear on it, you could hurt yourself. But if you stay in that range of comfort, you're just not going to. So on a 0 to 10 scale, we're aiming for somewhere in the 2 to 4 range. It's gentle. You might feel like you're doing a little bit of work, but it doesn't feel hard. It doesn't feel like you have to breathe through it to stay with it. So I have my yoga mat here. I'm going to encourage you to, again, be where you're comfortable. If you have a firm surface under you, you're going to be able to have more stabilized muscles and probably get a little more done. But if you're just not comfortable lying down on a hard surface, then lie down on your bed, because you being relaxed is the goal here. So no reason to create discomfort in that. So I'm just going to start by lying on my back and gently, with my feet flat and my knees up, and gently just lifting my hips. Right, so I'm keeping my hands just comfortably on my rib cage, and I am using my feet to push up. I'm pushing on them to lift my thighs and my hips. And creating that space allows motion in my hips, and it kind of just warms up my legs in this whole area. Right? We want to have our circulation going to encourage blood flow, encourage lymphatic flow, and ultimately encourage the body to release and relax. And this, so when I go back down to the mat on the floor, I'm pushing down. I'm encouraging my weight to go down into the floor. And by doing that, I'm using the contact to work on my back. As I lift, same thing is kind of happening in my upper back, where I'm pushing down there as well as my feet. And then when I go back down, I can rock my mid to low back on the floor and get that nice massaging feeling. Now I talked about that forward lean and the compression that it causes. So we're going to continue with thinking about that, but just opening our arms now, spreading them to either side and continuing that gentle rocking. I have mine out pretty close to a T. And you want to just, again, stay in that range that's comfortable for you. If it's not comfortable for you to be in T and it feels like higher than that 4 and that 0 to 10 range, then go ahead and put them where they are comfortable. A little bit of stretch or intensity is okay. A lot is not, right? It doesn't feel okay, so it's not. Now I'm just going to move your hands, or my hands, up into like a Y, and this expands my upper torso, and I'm still going in and just doing that gentle rocking motion. You feel the different contacts of my back on the floor and how it's kind of shifted. Some great just releases here. Now I'm going to put my arms into a straight line above my head. And again, still doing those nice hip motions. So now we're going to just let our low back rest a little bit because we've worked on it quite a bit with that rolling motion. We're going to think about our upper back now. And so simply extending one arm to the side. So I've extended my right arm here with my palm facing up. Now you start with your head in the neutral position and then turn to face away from the extended hand. So in my case, I'm turning to the left. I'm going to find a nice gentle stretch here and then just hold it for 3 deep, slow breaths. And then nice and slowly, I'm going to return my head to that neutral position, facing the ceiling. And bring my arm back in and extend the other arm, palm facing up. And then slowly, gently turn my head to the other side. And when I get to the end of my comfortable extension, or the barrier of the floor, whichever comes first, I'm just going to take, again, 3 slow, deep, gentle breaths. Good. Now nice and slowly, turn your head to that neutral position, facing the ceiling, return your arm to your side. And then we're just going to extend all the way here. So stretching your arms, your hands in a straight line above your head, stretching your feet out. And now we're going to just use shifting, right? So I'm going to turn my palms so that they're facing out. And I feel that into my shoulders and my upper back. And I'm going to turn my feet so that they're facing in. My toes are facing each other. So my fingers are kind of turned toward each other up here, and my toes are turned toward each other down low. And I can feel a stretch happening from my low all the way up into my high back. And again, you want to stay in that gentle range of comfort. Take some nice, deep, slow breaths. And just notice what is happening in your back. Or if you feel repercussions anywhere else. Again, staying gentle with yourself. Good. And then release and relax. And to get a little more into the upper back, I'm actually going to sit up. And just going to extend our arms to the side. And then lean back. Now, I don't have my head all the way back. I just have my chin gently up. I have my arms, my palms facing upward so that my shoulders are really open. And all this, again, is allowing my upper back to just relax and release. And if it's more comfortable for you to do this pose with a couple of pillows against you and you're leaning against the wall or chair back or something, then do that. We want to stay comfortable so that we can relax, right? You don't want to put your head too far back. Just slightly lifting your chin. I think it looks a little more dramatic looking at the front, so I'm going to show this side view. Just slightly lifting your chin and leaning back with your torso. And take a couple of nice deep breaths. And slowly release. So now I have taken my hands and I'm putting them, I will adjust the camera. Taking my hands and I'm putting them together up above my head. And then again, slightly lifting my chin. Taking a few nice, deep, slow breaths. Staying in that range of comfort. And good. So those are some tips and techniques that you can use to relax your back, or even massaging it, right? Using the floor as a tool, as a base, or those other tools that I mentioned. You can repeat any of these techniques as much as you want. Just stay relaxed, stay slow, stay gentle with yourself. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. Please like and subscribe to be notified about more videos as they come up. I love you, I love me, I love us. I'll see you soon.